Hey YouTubers, this is Galen'sGamingResource. I am back with Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone for the PC. Now, today I have an update for the Privet Drive and Dursleys maps. I have updated both the Privet Drive and Dursley maps. I wanted to show this off to you guys. So I have added lampposts. As you can see here, there's lampposts on the ground. I thought it would better suit the map because Privet Drive does have lampposts, especially in the movie. And I also fixed the skybox. I know in my previous videos the skybox looked pretty bad. There were different textures appearing in the sky, and if you look up in the sky, you can see that it looks a lot better now. So I have corrected that. Let's head toward the Dursleys here. I've also made some changes to the fencing surrounding the Dursleys. There used to be a door here, but I thought it just looked really weird, so I removed the door and subtracted this section of the fencing. I thought that it would look better that way. That way you can go in and out of the Dursleys without the door having to be there. And I've also decided to minimize the amount of maps that I have. So the Privet Drive and Dursley maps, there's two. So I also removed the door that was here, and I widened it, and as you can see I moved it over, and I also added another window too, because if you look at the other houses, there's 3 windows per house. This one has 4, and each one is a different color. So let's go inside the Dursleys. Now, as you can see here, I have actually I've expanded the Dursleys interior. I minimized the maps that I had. I had quite a few, so I basically put all of the Dursley maps, I combined them all into one, and I made it open world. So here is the living room. So you've got Dudley, and you've got some pictures on the wall. Got the TV there and a window right there. So let's go in here. We've got a couch here, another picture, and in here you've got the fireplace. I remember the fireplace in the movie. I remember Vernon throws the letters that Harry gets into the fireplace. And I remember in the Lego version of Harry Potter, the letters actually come flying out of the fireplace. So I decided to add that with some chairs and a table. Probably should have expanded this room a little bit more. Looks kind of like everything is just like tightly fit in there. But yeah, it would look kind of nice to have the fireplace, and that would give a good feeling to the home. Also, I want to acknowledge too that with the TV, there's actually an alternate texture for it that features Vernon Dursley, and in the background it's the Privet Drive map that was omitted from the final version of the game. And I tried to make this look as close as possible to what the level actually looked like. It was kind of hard to tell because it's so small, that texture. I was able to make out a part of the kitchen, Vernon Dursley, and this texture here, this wall here. So I tried to replicate that as much as possible. And here is the kitchen. So you got some cabinets there and some on the wall. You got Petunia and Vernon. I had to adjust Petunia's animations because she would run into a wall, and I had to adjust the animation so that way she doesn't move. And on the table here, you've got a spoon, a pot, which are actually objects that Peeves is supposed to throw at you, but I thought it would look good to have them and be used for this particular instance. They're good kitchen utensils. You've got the sink and the microwave, and the kitchen and the fridge, and also I've got the stove over here. So, and also if you notice, I actually expanded the kitchen more. I know in the first version of the kitchen that I made, it was smaller, and I wanted to make it roomy, so I expanded it. I also created an alcove here, which leads to Harry's room. Now, the reason I've done this is because I realized that Harry doesn't actually have a bedroom upstairs in the first movie, or the book, or in any form of the Sorcerer's Stone. I know Harry gets a bedroom upstairs on the second floor, starting as of the Chamber of Secrets. In the first movie, Harry gets a bed in the cupboard underneath the stairs. It's basically what his room is. And the stairs is basically next to this wall. So kind of made an alcove and put Harry's room in here. So you've got some pictures and Harry's bed and a lamp and his dresser, along with a mirror. So I thought this looked pretty cool. And Harry's closet. So let's explore the second level. And you got some pictures on the wall here. Let's see. So I've added a master room for Petunia and Vernon Dursley. So as you can see, I added their bed. I added a window and a dresser and a lamp. And I also added Dudley's room. He's got his bunk bed and a lamp and a dresser as well. And you see a little clown picture on the wall there. And finally, the bathroom. Some pictures on the wall, sink, and the toilet. So I've expanded the Dursleys' home, and each room, Dudley's room, the bathroom, the kitchen, the living room, those were all individual maps that you saw in the first video that I made of the Dursleys interior. And I decided I wasn't really satisfied with the way that it turned out when I did it the first time. So I decided to combine all the maps into one and just make one big map. I've always wondered how Privet, how the Dursleys would look with it being one large map, and I decided to give it a try. So I'm hoping that that you guys enjoyed this video. I've made updates to a lot of the other maps too, so I'm going to be showing that off to you guys, and I'm going to be doing a cause event walkthrough and a character switching walkthrough. I've been asked how that works, and I'm going to show that off to you guys. I know one other YouTuber was making a walkthrough. I believe his YouTube name was My Coder or something. I don't really remember what it was in its entirety, but it was something like that. I think he got to the Hogwarts grounds, Sprout's Garden, on the way to herbology class. I don't think he got any farther than that. So I did watch his videos, and he kind of stopped the walkthrough. So I'm going to do one um, in its entirety. And I know I started that a long time ago before I got locked out of my account, but at that time I was not very I was learning the ropes of how YouTube videos are made. I wasn't very good at that, and I didn't know how to record my voice, but I know how to do that now, so I can give you guys a thorough walkthrough of how to type the codes in and what codes to type. So I'm going to get those codes together for you guys, and I'm going to show you guys how that works, along with character switching. So hoping you guys enjoyed this video. There is more to come.